here from Diane and welcome to another Sunday video. This week we are going to make this card. It's a pop-out card. Look at that, it's got a lovely little card thing in the middle here, which I've done this one as a Christmas card, but we're not going to do the next one as a Christmas card. Woo, get over there, that's it. So the next one we're going to do as a birthday card, but it has a little card in the middle here, and you'll do your writing on the back. Well, I did this one with all retired products, so and I thought I'd show you how it's done, because there isn't any cutting out of these pieces here. This is one solid piece of card plus these two pieces. So let me show you what we're going to need. So let's pop that on one side, and we're going to be using quite a few different sets. Now I've done a little bit of the stamping, but we're going to stamp birthday wishes on the inside of that little card. I've got the happy birthday already cut out. That was going to go on the outside of the card here. Alright, so that's coming out of the everyday greetings. That's coming out of the charming duck pond. I'm using the stylish shapes for my happy birthday, which as I say, I've already done and I've cut it out. I'm using the hoping you have the best day ever for the back of my card, for my saying on the back here. And then last but not least, I have used this zinnia and these leaves, which I've already stamped, coloured and cut out, ready for them to go onto the front of the card, as we did with these flowers here. So let me show you what you need. It's really not that much. I mean, there's a lot of pieces here, but that's all my flowers. So I will go through all of this with you. And we are using lemon lime twist. I think that's what it's called. So this piece of card is 11 1/4. Let's make sure I'll cut that. 11 1/4 by 5 7/8. Now this makes a regular size card and will fit in a regular envelope. Then you'll need two pieces that are 7 3/4. 7 3/4, yes, by 1.5 inches. For my writing on panel on the back, I need a piece that measures 5 5/8 by 3 7/8 and 5 3/8 by 3 5/8. So I'll pop those ones out of the way. Okay. For my panels along the sides, I'll bring this card in so I can. These panels here, you're going to need two pieces that measure 5 5/8 by 1.5 inches, and two pieces of designer series paper that measure 5 3/8 by 1 1/4 inches. Now, if you're like me and you've got a directional pattern, just watch which way you cut that out. Then for these panels here, you're going to need two pieces that measure 2.5 by 1 1/4, and two pieces of designer series paper that measure 1 3/8 by 1 inch. Now, because the reason why we're doing it that length is because we're going to actually cut that like that. We're going to stick that on like that and like that. So, alright, so that's those. And then for my other pieces, which are these ones in here, we need two pieces that measure 1.5 by 1 1/4, and two pieces of designer series paper that measure 1 1/4 by 1 inch. Then for this little card thing in the middle, you'll need a piece of card that measures 5 inches by 3 7 inches, and then two pieces of one designer series paper and one in white that measure 2 1/4 by 3 5/8, and then I have my saying to go on the front. So let's get cracking. I'm going to do all of my scoring first. So I'll bring in my scoreboard. Let's get my scoring tool from up there. And we're going to score everything. So we're going to score our main card on the 11 1/4 inch side at, using the small ball, 1 3/4 inches, 1 3/4 inches, 3.5 inches, 7 3/4 inches, and 9.5 inches. So that is 1 3/4, 3.5, 7 3/4, 9.5. We'll pop that one out of the way, and then we're going to score these two pieces here on the long side, both of them exactly the same at 1 3/4 inches and 3.5 inches. So I'm going to do that again. 1 3/4 inches and 3.5 inches. And then we're going to score our middle card, as I'm calling it, on the long side, which is the 5-inch side, at 2.5 inches. I'll go through all of them again when we are actually using them. Okay, so let's move them out of the way, and we're going to start by bringing in our main card, which is scored at 1 3/4, 3.5, 7 3/4, and 9.5. And we're going to fold and burnish this as a gatefold card. So second score line is a valley fold, first score line is a mountain fold, like so. And then we're going to turn it around and do the same on the other side. Second score line is a valley fold, first score line is a mountain fold. So our card should look like this, right, once it's standing up. So we're now going to score these pieces, and we're going to score these as at the 1 3/4 inch mark. We're going to score that, we're going to fold that as a valley fold. And then we're going to fold the other one at the 3.5 inch mark as a mountain fold. So it will look like, I'll put it on the angle like that, like this. We're going to do that with both of them. So the first score line, which is the 1 3/4 inch score line, is a valley fold. Then when we score the other one, fold the other one, and it will be a mountain fold. So we have like a step with a large step. Okay, so now we're going to glue these onto here. So what we're going to do is we're going to glue them like so. So we're going to start by popping glue onto this small section. Let me get my glue ready. Let's hope it's going to work today. I'm popping glue onto that small section, and I'm going to turn my card around. Oh, I'll put it down from the other side, doesn't matter. And I'm going to pop this edge up against this valley fold here, but flush with the bottom of the card. Like so. So making sure that it's flush along this edge here. And when we're happy with that, we can just give that a nice squish down. And then we're going to do exactly the same with the other one. So we're going to pop some glue on that small section. But this time, we're going to turn the card around again. And we're going to pop this on the opposite side. So that's one on this side. This one's going to go at the top, up against that valley fold. And flush with the top of the card. Once you're happy with that flush with the top of the card, we can then give that a good squish down as well. So our card's looking like this. So now what we're going to do is we're going to pop some glue in this section here. So I'm just going to lift this a little bit because this is 1.5 inches, but it doesn't matter if your glue doesn't go all the way to the bottom. And with this flat, you're going to now glue this one down. so that it's flush with the top and the side of the card. If, like me, you've got a lot hanging off the top, you've got a little bit hanging over, you can trim that off. But if you look at it straight away, you will see that that is going to go there. So once we've done that one, we will do exactly the same at the bottom one. And I will bring that up so I can see what I'm doing of better. And I'm going to make sure that that's flush with the top and the side. Happy with that? Give it a squish down. Now we can close our card up like so. And by doing this, if we've got any, like I've got a little bit of a wave in there, we can actually give that a good squish down to make sure it's not waving anymore. And we can give all of these a lovely good burnish down on both sides of our card so that our card sits nice and straight like so. So we've got our main construction of our card now. Okay, so I'm actually going to glue this piece into the middle of my card. So this is my middle card. This is a piece that measures 5 inches by 3 7/8 of an inch. I'm actually going to fold and burnish that one, and I'm going to glue that into the center here. Now to do that, lay your card flat, and then this will fit between these two score lines, these two valley fold score lines, and between these two panels. So center that into the middle of there like so. Once you're happy with where you've got it, again we'll give it a good squish down and make sure that's nice and tight. We can fold that back up now like so, and our card bit is in the middle and it's virtually hidden. So we're now going to do our panels. Now with our panels, what we want to do, I'm going to pop that one over there, is we're going to pop these end ones on here first. Now I've got a directional paper, so you do have to be careful. If you've got directional paper, you need to put your long panels in the portrait orientation. So I'll pop these on. And we're going to pop these panels down the side here. So I'm going to pop one down on this side. And then we're going to pop the other one, making sure I've got my orientation the correct way, the other side. Oops, let's get my leaves up the right way. We don't want our leaves upside down. And we have our panels on. The next piece is these two pieces here, which are our 2.5 by 1 1/4, 2.5 by 1 1/4, and our 2 3/8 by 1 inch. Now we need to make sure we got this up the correct way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue one at a time. So this one is, I'm going to put it at the bottom here, and it's going to butt up against this edge. Once I've butted that up against that edge there, right, this piece needs to butt up against the same edge. So I'm going to glue this piece on and butt it up against the left hand edge, making sure I have my orientation for my leaves in the correct way. And then this is going to go here like so. So I'm going to pop that one on there. This will allow it to look more symmetrical because you only have one length of the layer there. So it looks more symmetrical than if you had this piece a bit smaller and then you've got two lengths of this here. Once I'm happy with that, and I put that leaves on upside down, would you believe? That'd be right, wouldn't it? Let's pull that one off and we'll pop it on the other side. Okay, let's do that one again. Alright, so it's going to go at the top. We will pop that bottom one on in a moment. So this one is going to go at the top here. There we go. That's better. My leaves are up the right way now. So when we do this one, I'm going to actually do it. I'll do it this way, so I can actually see which way my leaves go. So I'm going to pop this piece on here, making sure that it lines up at the bottom along there, and pop that on there. Then I can then glue my designer series paper on. So you can do this either this way or the other way, making sure you've got your leaves up the correct way, which I have now. I'm going to butt that up against that edge there. And that looks a lot better than with the leaves upside down. Sure does, doesn't it? Okay, so once I've done that one, I'm now going to pop these ones in here. Now, you could put another one in here if you wished, but I didn't think that there was any necessity for it. But that doesn't mean that you can't do that. So I'm going to pop this one onto here. And I'll do the other one at the same time. And then all I've got to do is make sure I get my leaves up the right way. Now those leaves go that way. So I'm going to pop that one in here, like so. And then the other one, which is, I think those leaves go that way up. Yes, they do. It's really hard to see when you've got such a small piece sometimes. And this one is going to go into that section there. And as I say, if you wanted to put a piece in these two sections, it's exactly the same size as these two sections. Okay, which is the 1.5 by 1 1/4 and 1 by 1 1/4. So once I've done that, now I can put my designer series paper onto my middle section here like so. Oops. Once again, making sure that your design is the correct way up. So in my case, leaves are the correct way up. I'm not going to put my saying on the front yet because it just makes it a little bit more bulky when I'm actually putting the panel on the back. So I'm going to do my stamping on this one, which is the birthday wishes. So while I've got that drying, I will do my birthday or my saying for the back of my card at the same time. So that's done. Let's close that up. I can now glue that one onto the inside of my little card, on the front of my card, or in the centre of my card, I guess. And I will close that over and give that a squish down. So that's the inside of my card. I'm going to turn this over, making sure I've got it the correct orientation. So, because I've done that before and put it the wrong way around. As you, if you've been with me a while, you would know. You'd go, "You've got it wrong." I've done that to people too when I've been watching others. So let's pop this one onto the back of my card, which is my writing panel. Oops. That's the back of the card. That's the front of the card, and it's starting to come together nicely now. So we will put our little piece in the middle here. We'll get some dimensionals and pop some along here. And we'll pop that into the centre. Now I didn't bring any embellishments over here, so you will have to bear with me, and I will actually, oh, that's coming up a tiny bit. That's better. It's not now. We'll have to do that when I do my photographing my card. So now that I've got my card like that, I have got here 6 of these leaves cut out, plus I have 6 zinnias. Oh, the ice cream man's coming around. So I'm not sure if I want to use them all, but we will see. So I'm going to pop one each there. I might pop that one underneath there because I cut that a little bit wonky, and that one can go there. Yes, I think I will put them all on. Alright, so I'm going to start by gluing my corner ones on flat. And I will actually put one leaf under that. Nearly dropped everything on the floor then, which wouldn't have been very clever, would it? So I'm going to put one leaf under that corner, like so. And I will do the same at the top one. With the leaf, which I'll glue down the centre there. I'll pop it in underneath that one, like so. Alright, now with my other ones, I am going to use some of these edge bits. I can't find any more large of my whatever these things are called. Again, I've lost the plot. I can't remember. Oh, there's a few large ones. What have I done with the small ones now? There's a few large ones too. Oh, there's the small ones. So I want to put that in there. And I'll do the same again on this side. I like to use up the edges of all these dimensionals. I just think, you know, why would you like to waste them? Okay, so let's pop these on. I will pop this one. Oh, that wasn't a very clever thing to do with the leaf, was it? I will pop that one there with a leaf. Why have I got a piece of extra card stuck on the back of that one? Oh, come on, get off. And that means this one will go down here with another leaf. And then this one, I'm actually going to just trim this one a little bit because I think it's just a little bit too over the top, and I didn't cut it very well, as you can see. Never mind, that's life. And once again, well, because I've found some bits, we'll use these up. Yay, one pack left, gone. And a small one in the middle. And then we'll do the same with this one. We'll go around the edge of this pack. Waste not, want not. That's what my mum used to always say. And I think that there's quite a lot of truth in that. So, we're going to now pop our last zinnia, get off of there, down the bottom here. Just making sure it's not over that bottom edge or the top edge. Making sure you've got your flower up the right way too. Okay. I wouldn't have thought it was warm enough out there yet for an ice cream, but there you go. Obviously the ice cream man thinks it is. I'm a little bit pointed with myself for putting that one underneath there, but I can't do anything about it now, otherwise I would have put it on top. But that's our card for today. I haven't got any embellishments on my desk here at all, so I will finish that off in a moment. Just hang with me and I'll go and get some. Went and got these ones. They're called Purple Fine Shimmer Gems. So I don't know why that was outside the packaging. I just thought that they would match in really pretty with that. So I'll get take a pick tool, and I'm going to do these ones, and I'm going to pop one here, one here, and one here. And I just think maybe I will pop the other colours down here. So I've got 5. It's always good to have an odd number. If you've got an odd number, you will find that it's more balanced. So that's my card for today. What do you think? It does lay flat. Oops, that one's going to fold up a tiny bit. So it would need to be put on a different angle. But they will lay flat to fit into a envelope, and it opens up nicely. Well, I can always fold that the opposite way so that it doesn't fold. There we go, that one doesn't fold in the same. So I have a gem on my finger, look at that. Don't know where that one came from, but that can go in the bin. And that's our card for today. I think if I had a little bit of Winker Stella around here, which I don't have that either, I would probably put that onto my flowers. So you will see that when I do my photograph, my card for everybody. And if you've enjoyed today's card and you would like the written tutorial for this, head down here. You'll find the written tutorial under my Facebook group, link, which is DIE stands for Stamping, Crafting and Tutorials. And if you've enjoyed this, please give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to know more about these products, the Simply Zinnias, is actually an online exclusive product. So if you would like to know more about that, please just give me a call or go online. If you'd like to purchase from me, you can do it either way. I would love you to be my customer, and I will see you again next Sunday. Bye for now.